All right, we're live. Welcome back, everybody. After a nice full day of work, we are back. Let me turn down the volume on this. To you guys, it probably isn't even that loud, but in my ears, it was blasting the the main menu music for this game. All right, so as we left off yesterday, we were stuck in Viridian Forest. Let's see here. With not much hope of getting out at this rate, we have a Charmander and a Pikachu. Not a great team to have during the early game, and really not a great team to have for quite a while. I guess Misty, the Pikachu works out, but I mean after Misty, you have a Lieutenant Surge who's electric type and who can of course take down Charizard with ease. If you evolve your Charmander to Charizard by that point. And then after that we have, well, I guess Erica. Erica works out well with Charmander, and then after that you have. We could go down the list. But the point is, right now, not a great team to have for the early game. However, I do think it's going to pay off down the run. And more importantly, it's just, these are my favorite Pokemon. I like Charmander, I love Raichu. So that's what I'm working with here. I think it's in Gen 2, one of the Elite Four members, the Dark type Elite Four member. I can't remember her name, but she says, it's not about choosing the strongest Pokemon, it's about winning with your favorites. And so I guess we're testing the limits of that theory by choosing what is arguably one of the worst combinations of Pokemon to start the game with. But I'm actually feeling pretty good. Like I said yesterday, the whole deal with Brock is that his Pokemon Geodude and Onix do not have a high special stat. In Gen 1, there's no special attack defense split. Instead, it's all just special. And Geodude and Onix have notoriously low specials. So if I can get Charmander to evolve to Charmeleon before that gym battle, I actually feel pretty confident that his Ember attack, which is a special attack, will do enough damage to take them down, even with the type differential. For those of you who didn't watch yesterday, basically what we're doing here is we're just going to attack with. I'm going to try and catch as many Pokemon as I can throughout the game. There's no real challenge, as I've said repeatedly, for this game. Like, I'm not trying to, win with a certain Pokemon or, Nuzlocke this or anything like that. I'm really just playing this game, and the whole gist, the whole conceit of this run-through is that I'm having to basically do it from memory because it's all in Japanese. So I'm having to remember the game that I used to play as a child so much that I'm replaying it as an adult and playing it, from memory. However, I wouldn't mind at some point in the future completing the Pokedex. So as we go through, I'm going to go ahead and catch new Pokemon as I come across them. I bring this up because there's a Metapod, but I already caught a Metapod yesterday. I've caught a Metapod, a Caterpie, a Spearow, a Pidgey. No, actually, I don't think I have a Pidgey. I don't think I have a Rattata either. Two of the most common ones. I have a Nidoran. All right, here we go. More Caterpie. And as I mentioned yesterday, the kind of nice thing too about just catching all these random Pokemon is that it can help you. Especially since I'm not doing a Nuzlocke or anything like that, or I'm not doing a one Pokemon challenge. I can use as many Pokemon as I want. So even though I'm not training these Pokemon in the early game, especially, just having a full team of 6 is often enough to get you over the finish line in some battles. Maybe Charmander gets knocked out, but my opponent's Pokemon only has 20 HP left. While between the 5 remaining Pokemon I have on my team, even if they're not trained, they should be strong enough together to finish them off. I'm getting a lot of Metapod. I recall Metapod being rarer in Viridian Forest in this, but I'm getting a ton of them. Oh, there's a Weedle. I don't think I've caught a Weedle yet. No, I haven't. It wasn't until I was 20 years old that I realized that the little Pokeball symbol by a wild Pokemon means you've already caught them. I just never really thought about it or noticed it. There you go. Caught a Weedle. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Another Caterpie. All right. I don't know. So I mentioned this to you guys in the first video, but essentially what I'm doing is I bought this version of this copy of Green, this cartridge of Green, while I was in Japan a few years ago, and I just have never had the chance to play it because life has been so busy. And so when I decided to play it, I decided I wanted to kind of share it with the world because it was a cool experience to play a Gen 1 Pokemon game for the first time. But in order to put this online, I had to buy a cartridge that you plug into your computer via USB, and it downloads the data from the cartridge onto it downloads the data from the game cartridge onto the separate cartridge that then plugs into your computer via USB. and it basically plays the data from the game cartridge on your computer. So with that, it gives me the ability to do things like, speed up, right? Like I can like speed up the frame rate. I can make the whole game go faster if I want to. And I'll probably do that at some point. I mentioned in the first video that like I'm not really tempted to speed up too much because I'm enjoying this game. Like the whole point is to savor this. I went all the way to Japan to buy this game. So like I want to savor it and enjoy it. But at the same time, there are times like this, like grinding, where I'll admit I'll probably be tempted to speed up the play. What's the word I'm looking for? To speed up the I'm sorry, to speed up the gameplay by just by selecting that option on this system. And I wonder if I could probably I'll mess around with it later. But anyway, so I may speed up the gameplay down the road, whenever I get tired of grinding. Right now, it's such a novel thing to be grinding in Gen 1 again in Viridian Forest. I feel like I'm I feel like I'm 7 or 8 years old again. So I'm okay with doing it the old-fashioned way right now. But at some point, I'll probably get tired of this. And when I do, I'll just go ahead and kind of speed up the gameplay. I think this system allows me to go up to 4 times the original speed, which would be crazy fast. And I'll start grinding on like extra. I'll start grinding at like 4 times speed so that I can get through it a little bit faster. Let's see here. Basically, I'm going to try and get Charmander to level 16, so he evolves to Charmeleon before I battle Brock. But I also, as many of you know, I caught a Pikachu because Raichu is one of my other favorite Pokemon. So in order to, like I said, I'm not positive I'm going to stick with Pikachu or Raichu throughout the run because I also really like Jolteon, and I think Jolteon's arguably a better electric type in Gen 1. Actually, I don't even think there's an argument about it. But we'll see. But anyway, at least for the early run, I stumbled onto a Pikachu. It was one of my first Pokemon in Viridian Forest. I took that as a sign I should catch him. Okay. So right now, yeah, my team consists of, we have Charmander, Spearow, Nidoran. I think this is Metapod, Pikachu, and Caterpie? Yeah, Caterpie. Cool. But yeah, as of now, the only Pokemon out of those I actually intend to train are Charmander and Pikachu. I guess the argument could be made that since I don't know if I'm hanging on to Pikachu forever, shouldn't I also just go ahead and knock out training Caterpie so that I can get Confusion? But like I said, I'd rather just focus my energy as narrowly as possible on just a couple Pokemon so that I can get them as high as I can. All right, and here's another Caterpie. The other thing I know some of you are probably going to be wondering if you're watching this on replay is why am I not just going to the trainers that are in Viridian Forest? But I'm kind of trying to say this because I do need to train that Pikachu up too. And frankly, Viridian Forest is a walk in the park for Charmander, so I may as well take advantage of that. What did he just learn? He learned another move, a level 15. I don't know what that is. I guess we'll find out. Actually, I have a little cheat code to find out. Let's turn back on the animations. And then I can use it and suss out what it is that he just learned. Ooh, a Kakuna. I don't think I have one of those yet. Nope, I don't. Well, I don't want to use my new move on him because it could be something powerful. Although I kind of doubt it. But, you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's just, I think it's Leer. And he's using Harden. Okay. Well, if he used Harden, I should be able to use Scratch and get away with it. Oh, no, I'm stronger than I thought. Okay. Shoot, there went my chance to catch a Kakuna. Well, something tells me I'll get another chance. Jeez, but not as many chances I'm going to get with these Metapods. This is like the 30th one I've run into in this forest. No, that is like the 12th. And you know what's really crazy is I don't know if it's actually metapods or just metapod. I think it's just metapod singular. Even if you're talking about like a number of them, I think it's still just use the singular form. Like you don't say like, oh, there's a herd of Tauroses. You just say there's a herd of Tauros, or there's a group of Pikachus. I think you just say there's a group of Pikachu. I don't know. It's hard applying English grammar to Japanese made up fictional words. But I think that's how it works. There's Totoros. No, there's a group of Totoro. I don't know. Alright, we're just gonna... I mean, the good thing about... I'm fine with running into all these Metapod because the cool thing is, I mean, they give you a crap load of experience compared to their non-evolved peers, but it's just odd because I remember as a kid it being much rarer to run into like a Metapod or a Kakuna. Here we go. Burn this Caterpie up. Actually, I could probably stop using Ember because it seems apparently Scratch is enough to take out a Kakuna with Harden under its belt. Alright, let's try Scratch. I think it'll be enough. Yep, we got him. Sweet. Oh, man. It was a long day at work. It's kind of nice to be able to just sit here and mindlessly grind through Caterpie and Metapod. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. All right, and now I'm also going to record. Now I'm also recording this stream, and that's really just because I want to make sure that I reach the widest audience possible, which is probably going to still be like 2 people, but that's fine. It's more fun to have 2 people than no people watching. I enjoy that. Call me crazy, but talking to yourself in your room is actually a real sign of being crazy. So if I can get a couple more people online, that'd be awesome. But anyway, so for those of you who are seeing the recorded version of this video, I've been streaming for about 12 minutes now, and we're just grinding through Viridian Forest, making sure that we get our Charmander up to level 16 so he can evolve into Charmeleon before we try to take on Brock. My team right now it consists of 6 Pokemon, but the problem is that only one of them is trained, that being my Charmander. The others I'm just catching in case I want to try and fill out the Pokedex at some point and make my life easier. And also a Pikachu that I do intend to train but haven't started training yet. I've only battled 2 of the trainers here in Viridian Forest. So I actually have plenty of trainers left, but I'm saving those for the Pikachu because I feel like it's harder to train Pikachu up than it is Charmander, in a wild area full of bug-type Pokemon. So those extra experience points... Oh, I'm out of Embers. So those extra experience points you get really will go a long way towards helping Pikachu get up there faster. I don't know if I need Pikachu to be at level 15. So basically my strategy not as a kid so much, but by the time I reached like high school and college, my strategy whenever I would play Gen 1 games was basically just get up to level 15 before the first gym, and then from then on out, go up by 5 levels every new gym leader. So Brock would be 15, Misty would be 20, etc. And that's usually enough. But I don't know if I need to get to level 15 with Pikachu because 10 might be enough. I don't think Pikachu's going to be doing anything for me in this first battle anyway. And then I can catch up on levels and get him to level 20 by the time we battle Misty, because I can just give him the lion's share of trainer battles between Brock and Misty. Like at Mount Moon and Golden Nugget Bridge and all this, or Nugget Bridge. I don't know if it's called Golden Nugget Bridge. And is that really the official name of that bridge anyway? Like, were the architects in Cerulean City like, all right, as soon as we finish building this, we're gonna... I guess it wouldn't be architects, but like the civil engineers were like, okay, as soon as we finish building this bridge, I want to put 5 10-year-olds on it, and I want them to never leave their post, and all they're gonna do is battle random trainers, all day, every day. And that's why it's gonna be called Nugget Bridge, or is it just like a nickname? False nomenclature of bridges. Maybe it's like actually like a war memorial bridge, and they just like renamed it Nugget Bridge, completely disrespecting all those veterans who gave their lives in the Poke Wars of 2020. That's kind of dark. You know what's interesting? I don't know about... What's up with Viridian Forest now I'm looking at it? So you see these trees over here are all fleshed out, right? But then over here it's just a bunch of empty stumps on the right. Are like we like halfway through clearing out Viridian Forest? Are we like expanding the highway so that people don't have to go through a bug-infested forest just to get to work every day? Maybe they're putting in like a Jack-in-the-Box nearby. Oh, here we go. All right. So this is good news. So we've got a Charmeleon. I think, in theory, that's enough to take on Brock. But before we go to Brock, I still want to get Pikachu trained up as much as I can. And to be honest, my strategy at this point is going to be to face off against Brock with Pikachu first, and basically just have him butt his head against Geodude as much as possible before sending Charmeleon out. That way, we give Charmeleon the best chance of, you know, succeeding and getting us that badge. Essentially, you kamikaze Pikachu just to give Charmeleon the best go at getting the gym badge. But before that, I do need to go heal up Pikachu before we start training, because he's like at 7 HP. That was lucky. You saw that I purposely went through this grass, but I know there's a lot of Pidgey here. I haven't caught a Pidgey yet, but I really want to see Pikachu do something here, so. That's not a lot of damage. But he is one level lower. Oh, shoot. Wait, that was a Gust attack. How was Gust super effective against Pikachu? I mean, like, how did... I thought Gust was resisted by electric types. I don't know. Okay. Well, here. This isn't a smart move, because that's a Metapod, but I'm not really planning on battling anymore. I'm just going to catch this Pidgey. He's got Spunk. He managed to take out an electric type. I respect that. There you go. Let's look at this Pokédex entry that we're never going to read. I mentioned on yesterday's stream, but I actually study Japanese on Duolingo occasionally. Like, I've been studying the hiragana for like 3 years. So you'd think I could pronounce some of this stuff, but I really can't. Like, I see these letters and I'm like, I know that... Okay, so like I know that second letter is to, or that second symbol is to, ku, and I don't know what that is. So those middle two are to, ku. I think that first one is ah, but o, to, ku. I don't know what the last thing is. So I can read that first word, but I can't, or I can read the first 3 letters of that first word, but that's it. And then the second word, I don't know what that first symbol is, but the second one's A, G, and then the last one's I have no idea. So Otokun something, I don't know. Oh my gosh, and then there's so many more words, I can't read that. Get out of there. I flew too close to the sun. I think I mentioned this, but I used to live in Japan, so like I'm familiar with Japan generally, but I never really learned the language beyond the basics. Thankfully, it's become more and more English friendly over the years as a country. But that's kind of bad too, because now you're not really forced to learn the language. And then I went back for a visit back in 2019. That's when I bought this game. All right, let's see here. Yep, that's the hard-hitting commentary you come to these videos for. Let's see here. I guess I should, yeah, I don't know. I could battle more birds, but I think I'm just going to go into the forest and try to beat up some people's pets. That's good. I got something. I have no idea what it is. I'm willing to bet it's something to do with like poison healing, because most of the items you find in places are relevant to the place you're at, and you can get poisoned pretty easily here in Viridian Forest. Okay, Metapod is actually the best was the best possible thing we could have run into. because he can't attack back. And electric attacks are special, and he's using Harden, which is going to raise his physical defense. Oh, did we paralyze? Yeah, we paralyzed him. Sweet. Okay, so that little symbol up next to his name means paralyzed. We got to remember that. Everybody pay attention to that. Okay, let's see here. There you go. Level 5. I'm just going to explore the forest a little bit as I make my way through and battle all the trainers that we can find. Yeah, but look at these trees. They're just getting cut down. It's so random. Like, if you're going to clear out a path for people, like, why not just clear out a full road, a straight road? I guess that's what happens in Gen 2. If you played the Gen 2 games, you know, they shorten Viridian Forest significantly. I think they got rid of it altogether, actually. I don't remember. It's been years since I played Crystal. Jeez, that's a strong Caterpie. I don't know if I want to battle him, actually, because I'm looking for trainers right now. Here we go. Alright, let's battle this guy. Let's see how Pikachu does. Level 5. Okay, Weedle. One Weedle. Oof, level 9. That's going to be tough. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. I'm guessing that's Poison Sting. We didn't get poisoned, so that's good. If I could have paralyzed him, that would have been better. Because right now he's got the leg up on us in speed. Come on. Oof, oof. And I'm poisoned. Great. Dang it. No, he's got me. He's got my number. Okay, well, there's only one thing to do here. We're going to swap out. So he gets at least some experience for this battle. String shot, really? Oh, that means I could have actually beaten him with feature. Whatever. No accounting for bad AI. Just be happy we got out of here with 49 experience. Sweet. Pikachu fainted. Alright. One of my favorite parts of the early Pokemon games is like going and talking to all the NPCs, but there's just really no point. Okay. Well, we got our Pokemon healed and we got to Pewter City. However, I'm not done with Viridian Forest yet. I feel like there have to be more trainers over there, right? So we're going to wrap up the stream here in a few minutes because it's late and I got to put my kid to bed and all that fun stuff. But before we go, I'm going to put us back in Viridian Forest where we started the evening because we're not done here yet. And frankly, I just want to take a quick look. There's got to be more trainers, because I think I've only battled 3. I remember Viridian Forest being much more complicated and hard to navigate as a kid. Uh-oh. Let's see what this is. I can't believe we didn't run into another Pokemon until now. Oh, Pikachu. I don't know if I'm up for this. Let's see. Can't get paralyzed, I don't think. I mean, I know we'll win this, but it's just going to be boring and a drag. But okay. I guess we're doing it because I'm already almost halfway through his health. Oh, that only did 1 HP of damage. Wow. Just thunder shocked each other to death. Level 6, not bad. No, that's it. Oh my gosh, Viridian Forest is so much easier than I remember it being as a child. Wonder if it's all that frontal lobe growth that did it for me. I don't want to brag, but I've gained like 3 feet and like 200 pounds since I was in 4th grade. So no, not 200 pounds, because that'd make me super obese. But I have gained like 150 pounds since I was in 4th grade. Sweet. Okay, well I guess we are in Pewter City now. We'll call it here for the night. We'll call the stream here for the night because, like I said, it's getting late. I got to put my kid to sleep, all that fun stuff. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the recorded version of this, and I will see you again tomorrow. Until next time.